Joker, and then here we go. Hey YouTube, this is Hyperthermal, and I'm here with, well, YouTube and Twitch. I'm here with the Super Auto Pets weekly highlights that I have. Alright, so what do we got? Got it in, alright. Alright, so what do we got? We got, Alright, yeah, sorry, there was no audio on my end. Alright, so this is the first win of the weekly that I did. Just watching a recording of a replay, don't mind, hopefully. So, let's talk a little bit about the weekly as we're, going through. I think the theme of last week is scaling. There's a lot of wide scaling, a lot of strawberry scaling, and those are the keys to the kingdom for last week. I know it doesn't do much good, if you're like looking at Super Auto Pets. I need to know how to do the new weekly. Oh, here's this schmuck talking about last weekly. Yeah, I know how that is, but I think it does help to, do a bit of a post-mortem. Because the more that I've played this game and done, like, different strategies and all that, I think the more general knowledge has stuck with me and, just overall made me a better player. So, generally speaking, in the situation we have here, you do not want to keep a tier 1 pet around for that long, but we got a big head start on this scaling with the Cone Snail. So, I mean, he's my biggest guy right now, look at him. Oh yeah, there were also a few weakness pets added in the weekly as a sort of, I guess, countermeasure. People probably used it a lot in Versus, which I don't do. I'm not going to play Versus. Not on stream, and definitely not in recording, by the way. I'm primarily here to get the little ribbons on my little dudes. So, get a level 2 hatching chick, which I think on paper I really like the hatching chick where, each level it's at is radically different effects, but in execution it's like takes a lot to get it to level 3 where it gives experience, and sometimes like the immediate 4/4 stats that are temporary tend to be a lot more helpful than the gradual 2/2 scaling that you get from level 2. But anyway, yeah, we're building strawberry. We have a pelican. We have a strawberry on the cone snail. We have a cassowary, which scales with if you have a strawberry. But I think our main dude this time around is the shoebill. Because the shoebill does wide scaling. Wide scaling is, I think I mentioned, the keys to the kingdom for this weekly. Pelican's alright too. You know, giving, you know, a permanent stat before battle and then a temporary stat at the start of battle. But it only does it for like one guy. The shoebill, it's like anyone who has a strawberry is in on it. Alright, hold on a moment. Anyway, yeah, we won there. Oh! This is a bit of a spooky situation, though I guess not really. We're at 9 wins, and I think we're due for getting a ribbon on the cassowary and the cone snail. Cone snail's positioning is bad. Now that I'm looking at it, like, cassowary's already at 50 health, and I don't... What are you doing? Hyper, what are you doing? But, you know, misplays aside, that's 3. That's 3! There's 3 ribbons. Now, at the end there I was like a bit disappointed playing through. I was disappointed I didn't get the pelican. So what do we do this round? Well, I mean, if you aren't attentive like I would be and didn't see the preview. So we lost that first round. Uh-oh. Snail and... oh, okay. That's a good... in my opinion, that's a good unit to get from, like, rounds 1 and 2 level up the Hercules Beetle. He has really, really good stats. Like 3-4 that early on? Whew. Anyway, took a Magpie. Magpie gives... it's basically, like, gold generation in a roundabout way. Like, it takes a gold that you could use to, like, re-roll, but it gives to you next turn, which I think is probably more valuable. So, hey, guess what? It's a strawberry weekly. I'm making use of the strawberry. so that was a bit of a nasty defeat. Ow. My skin and my bones. I level up the Magpie and then sell it immediately. Penguin is probably a little bit better for my purposes, as, again, it's scaling. Oops, all scaling is, I guess, what you could call the weekly. So get some bats so that 2 of their guys got with poison. They can feel the poison, you know. That was a very good hit from the bats. It got me the draw here. And I'm deciding, you know, look at that guy. Look at how big he is. That big beetle. That's gonna be him. That's what I'm aiming for. Because, in my opinion, if you're gonna be, like, doing what I'm doing, generally, and just trying to get all the ribbons in the game, it does, I think, help to just rip that band-aid off and start with, like, you know, some of the more difficult pets. I'm talking your tier 1s, your cell and buy effects, and the Hercules Beetle has a, you know, pretty strong cell effect, where it just gives attack to the team, and the number of pets it gives attack to is dependent on the number of rounds you've had him, you know, in your squad. So I've... alright, just let me take a look at the number here. The numbers. I got this Hercules Beetle on turn 2. He's turn 9. He's been around for 8 rounds. So he gives his stuff front to back. So, like, if I were to sell the Beetle at level 3 at his current position, he would give 3 attack to the Penguin, from the Penguin to the Pelican, and once it gets to the Pelican, and it's like, oh, okay, there's more than just... There's more than 4. Let's just go back to the Penguin again. So, it very strong way to get really high attack. Especially, you know, if you level him up and you've had him for a while. I'm not gonna sell him. Nope, not selling him. Anyway, I'm on lethal here. And I get him to level 3. And I'm seeing the Pelican here. I got my Beetle strawberried up. And I'm so close to the Pelican level 3. Ooh. If only I could hold out and just get him. I had a rough patch. This overall game. You know, I decide, oh, okay, you know, just... Velociraptor is pretty good. It puts a strawberry on anyone who has a... it puts a coconut on anyone who has a strawberry. And because you've been keeping, this strawberry guy around for so long that he's now 50-50, you're getting a coconut on a 50-50. I'd be a bit risky here and put another strawberry on, because I need some scaling on some other guys too. Can't just all go on to the beetle who has max stats already. So I'm here looking for levels for this Velociraptor, trying to get him to level 2 so that I now have 2 coconuts. That's a victory. Yep, there he is, level 2. That bat's already pretty close to 50-50. So, this was concerning at first glance, because it's like, oh, their squad is on average higher than my squad, but coconut armor is really good. And the bat is now at 50-50. And like that, get the pelican, we get the Hercules beetle. Pretty good. Pretty good run around there. Got another one. Start with a bluebird and a kiwi, strawberry in the shop, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna put this strawberry on someone like the bluebird probably, and then just, sell the kiwi. Or do I? Because see another kiwi, and I'm thinking, maybe I can just get a kiwi and then wait to get the strawberry for next turn. 2 wins on the first 2 rounds. Level up cassowary. I can't put a strawberry on the cassowary, it won't scale. The cassowary needs someone else to have the strawberry on it. So I'm like, okay. What I said earlier about trying to get the tier 1 and buy cells out of the way, let's go all in. Let's put my money where my mouth is. We're going for kiwi. Get a giraffe. The giraffe is going to just put a little bit of extra stats into the cassowary. Boost it's trailing a bit. Cone snail wasn't doing much, so I basically got the weasel, which the weasel's purpose is to faint and then give me money. Money me now. Money me. Money now. Clownfish also, Clownfish I don't think is good for wide scaling. It's amazing for, you have one guy that you really want to make strong. So then you get the clownfish, and the clownfish, adds onto whoever you level up. It also affects itself, which I think is a bit out of the norm for pets that give big scaling effects. I know you're seeing me. Seeing me hold on to that kiwi? I was holding on so that I can level up the clownfish and thus get more stats. Elephant seal, I unfortunately did not manage to get. I think last weekly was a really good place to get the elephant seal ribbon, but didn't manage it. Unfortunate. Alright, it's falling apart. The run's falling apart. I have 2 strawberry buds. I have a level 2 Velociraptor. I think it's back. I think we're back in business. We are so back. We are so back. Oh, it's over. It's so over. It's never been more over than it has been. Now we're back. We're so back. There it is. There it is. There's our level 3 Velociraptor. Oh, what's that? Oops. Now I put a strawberry on the elephant seal because look, get stats, extra stats. Why didn't it work? Well, it worked that time. And honestly, that's all you need. You need it to work just once. So, with the weasel in that game, and I think the bird of paradise in the one before it, I was thinking, alright, if I get the magpie, then I can get a weasel. The weasel and the magpie can work together and give me more money. And you know who else was available this weekly? The bird of paradise. The bird of paradise, how it works is the more money you spend, the more scaling you get. So, we lost the first 2 rounds, not good, but we get the Weasel on the level up. We roll. I have 2 magpies and 2 gold, so I just end the turn and let them keep that gold for next turn. Ooh, look at that big boy. Look at him go. Look at that big Weasel go. Put a strawberry on that magpie. Gonna merge the magpies. What can I say? The dude, the Shoebill. The Shoebill is good with wide scaling. Your strawberry dudes. Tortole. So, like every round, I'm starting with around, at most, ideally 13 gold. Eventually, that number's just gonna keep increasing. I think an unfortunate reality with this last weekly pack is that you can only get to 2 triggers on the Bird of Paradise. I mean, without having to sell literally your entire squad. But at that point, it's like, if you're getting rid of all your guys, then why even have the Bird of Paradise to begin with? It's not going to be scaling your units. So we get 14 gold. There he is. We're only, unfortunately, going to get one trigger off of him, but amazing synergy between the Bird of Paradise and the Magpie. When the Magpie takes the gold to save for next turn, it taking the gold counts as, you know, spending gold for the Bird of Paradise. So I sold the Hercules Beetle to, you know, get a big boost in attack on all my guys. Moved the Bird of Paradise to the front when I sold him to get it more attack. Put a strawberry on him. The scaling is insane. But it's not insane enough. You know what? Put a strawberry on the tortole. Alright, scary. We're on lethal. Put pancakes on the Shoebill. Would really appreciate, you know, getting the level on the Bird of Paradise. A Tortole is at max level, and with that, we're in. We're in. Alright, so now the Bird of Paradise is level 2 giving 2-2 to everybody. We're climbing back out. Gonna get that shoe build to level 3. Already have the ribbon for the shoe build, but it's the thought of scaling that counts. And oh brother, we're scaling. They were showing me a lot of magpies in the shop, so I caved. I had to get it. With the thinking being, okay, if I level up the magpie, maybe I'll get a bird of paradise out of it. So, alright, there we have it. There's our level 3 Bird of Paradise. Next turn. Nice weakness on my Weasel. Oops. Melon. Look at how big this team is right now. We have 3 50-50s. They have just as many, which is concerning, but I have melon armor. So got one more from last week. Let's take a look. Start with bluebirds and moth, and I'm like, okay. We're fragile. We're so fragile in this early round. Yeah, we get destroyed. 1 health. Hey, we have something that doesn't have 1 health. It's still gonna be destroyed. But things worked out in that situation pretty good. Get a jellyfish. Hercules beetle. Big level ups. Silk moth pulling its weight. Ooh. So that's a level up on the Hercules beetle. Which is going to overall be good for our jellyfish. Did not like the tier 5s they presented me. Notice that we don't have any perks? It's husky time. doubled up on the Husky. Thankfully getting us the draw there. Level up the Husky, get a T-Rex. See a zebra? Take it. Freeze the donut to put onto the Huskies because the Husky... my thinking was, okay, I want to get zebra scaling onto the Husky. Now, zebra's a buy-sell. So, in my opinion, ideal target to just get it over with, rip the band-aid out. Alright, Huskies at max, given 3 threes across the board. The wide scaling is good. Level up that T-Rex. Now, I'm not getting the full value out of the T-Rex just yet. Like, it does it to up to 3 tier 5 or 6 pets, and I only have 2. Yeah, and, like, come on, am I really gonna sell those tier 1 and 2 dudes at the front? No, look at their stats! Stats big. There's our level 3 Rex. And I've literally seen only 1 zebra in the shop, and I'm like, might as well try to just get it with the chonklet if they're not letting me get it. I guess I'll just try to get the chonklet onto it. I see a lollipop and I put it onto the Husky. It needed it. It was already at max health, at max attack, so we switched. The values have flipped. And with that, it's morphin' time. Tyrannosaurus, Husky, Bluebird. We have achieved. So, you know, I made my thoughts pretty clear on last weekly. We're getting there, we're just inching our way